Welcome everyone to the adventures of Colossus, the scholar and leader of the Satanic Society, potentially founder of the Satanic Faith. Now, I don't know if I made this clear yesterday. A lot of people were disappointed that I didn't actually press the button to formalize the faith. We can't really, because, like I said, it's very similar to running a secret society in CK2, like what we did with the Hellenics, whereby we want to corrupt as many provinces as possible before we convert, because these provinces will immediately flip to our religion. The last thing we want to do is formalize the faith as this guy, and then die or not have an heir who is our religion, not have any provinces of our religion, have to do the whole thing from scratch, have to work our way back up through the society, or even lose control. I don't know how the religion works. Maybe we become the high priest, maybe we set up a high priest, I'm not sure. But either way, I think we want to ensure that we're doing this safely and correctly, you know? And this guy is, what, he's 32, wounded, stressed. It could be a little risky trying to get it all done with a single character as well, especially trying to launch it like that and then proselytizing the old-fashioned way. So, let's give it a bit more time before we really dive into that. Besides that, we've got to consider, and I haven't considered this for a long time, what the hell do we want to do with the Empire? What the hell do we want to do with our borders, really? I mean, the sensible thing to do would be kind of go for the Empire of Alexander to some extent, work our way back up through the Middle East, back up through the Byzantine Empire, and connect it all up so that we control this sea. I don't know what you call this sea. What is it? I mean, it's the Eastern Mediterranean, sure, but what's the whole thing? There's got to be a name for it anyway. Well, we'll try and do that at some stage. The issue is it will be involving fighting the Basilius right now, who is kind of strong. 21,000 members, 28,000 men, plus we don't really have any good cast spell against him because we're Catholic. He's Orthodox. Can't holy war him. We can't really do much. We could get de jure claims on, like, random single provinces. I mean, I didn't even know what we get at Cephalonia. Oh, it's this. We get one island out of it. It's not at all worth it to get into a huge war between tens of thousands of men over a tiny little island. I think we'll save a lot of the Empire expansion stuff for obviously when we flip over to Satanic, because I assume that gives us the ability to Holy War. I assume that gives us the ability to raid, and I assume it'll give us a bunch more Casus Belli, seeing as we won't be limited by, I mean, what's essentially Christian Casus Belli, you know, a valid excuse for a war. So right now, in terms of the Empire building, I'm all in with those aqueducts still. I'm 100% on board with this aqueduct today. To be fair, we're actually not far off of being able to build another aqueduct. There was actually a really good point pointed out in the comment section yesterday as well regarding our bloodline that Minotaur made for us. And Minotaur's bloodline here gives us access to the special castle buildings, right? The issue is, I'm turning into Peter Baelish. The issue is, it's matrilineal inheritance only, which means it'll only pass down through the female line. Now, us being a man means that bloodline basically becomes pointless after this generation, right? That's it. Like, it's over now. We actually can't ever get this back unless we end up marrying some distant female relative of our dynasty back into the dynasty. There's unfortunately no way to propagate this any further. So these special castle buildings, if we want to build them, now's the only time we've got to do it. Like, this is literally it unless we want to get the bloodline again. So I'm going to try and get this as much as possible. I mean, I'm going to check all of our provinces, obviously make sure we got everything in Alexandria with one of these buildings in as well, because they did seem pretty goddamn good. But the only thing is, I think we needed more tech. I mean, I'd love to join the Hermetics, but obviously we're too busy with Satan-based stuff. So what was it? It was the, water reservoir? Was it that? I don't think it was. I think we actually did build it in this province, didn't we? Well? No? Killing Fields? That sounds like it. I'm pretty sure it was that one. Yeah, okay, that was definitely it. So interlight sections, Killing Fields, extended matriculations, which is what that guy who does Oblivion mods always goes on about. And then there's also reinforced Barbican. So, what do we need for that then? Improve keeps level 5. I'm going to focus a lot on this, because again, we're going to lose it after the fact. So the second we can get an economy advance, which is hopefully sooner rather than later, it's actually not too far off, to be honest, we'll go for that as soon as possible. We'll put all our eggs in that basket for the time being, because they just seem, like, really good. Besides that, though, aqueducts, still on board. Still definitely on board with the aqueducts. Was that $600 dues out of nowhere? And a Jewish exile turn up at court. It's not that good. Okay, we won't sing too much about that one. What about laws? We're still good on laws. No, we're not good on laws. We can actually, well, we are good on laws in the sense that we can actually change another one. Okay, cool. I did want to check this very briefly before we really dive into too much of today's episode. Rest chance or plot power increase? I guess we go for a rest chance right now. We should really be going plot power, given that we're part of the Satanic Society, obviously intrigue and all that. So, choices then. Banking laws moderate. Gives us feudal and church vassal opinion. That would work. We could go for centralization. Domain and vassal limit. We'd just gain some domain. We're not really too close to our vassal limit, so it would just give us an excuse to get another castle. Right now, we don't have enough room for a castle. To be fair, we don't really want that one, so I won't lose too much sleep about that. Could be good eventually, but I do think for the time being, I think we've got to go for late feudal administration, don't we? Gives us so much more. I mean, gives us some succession laws there. Vassals who refuse liege intervention with wars are seen as traitors. I mean, it's just a good thing to go for. It gives us so much more things to go for in the future as well. I'm going to roll with it. Plus, eventually, we might also be able to get Imperial if we feel like it. Challenge you to a duel for honor. Why? What? Can you do that? Wait, this dead man? Okay. Skeletor, let's do it. What the fuck do you mean challenge me to a duel for honor? How can he do that? Was he part of one of the orders of chivalry, I guess? But I didn't realize you could just duel anybody with that. We're not a duelist, are we? We're not? That's weird. I don't like that, but okay. Now to convene with my agents and make sure that he's dead for good. Absolutely. Let's poison him. I'm going to assume nothing's going to happen because he's dead. The question is then, do we want to go along with some more building up the Lighthouse of Alexandria, or do we want to obviously focus on the next level of... How much was it we needed again for that bloody aqueduct? $6,000 reduce this time. My god, okay. It's because we built the Magnificent Garden. Yeah, it's only another... What's 1,000 gold? What's 1,000 gold with this empire? What's 1,000 gold amongst friends? We could save at that in no time. I mean, we're already, you know, like another 100 gold progressing towards that. So we should really find the best... The best steward that we can, right? So I'm going to go out there into the world and see if we can recruit anyone slightly better. Sometimes your Chinese scholar bureaucrat can end up being better if you want to send out for that. Oh, God, there is no one better, huh? My good friend Philibert, who is absolutely no difference to our current guy. We do still have a Chinese scholar bureaucrat, don't we? Because those guys obviously turn up with good stewardship, because that's sort of the point. Go for Chinese artifact, go for siege engineers, maybe have them teach some of our armies before we get into another big war. It's not a bad plan. Oh, sorry, we want the strategist, don't we? I'm actually going to invite the strategist then. Why not? We might as well do it while we've got a period of peace. Start building up some of our commanders there somewhat. Not going to bother sending anything else to him unless we've spent the other stuff. And then, of course, the one that we are interested in, the Vinlandia Empire. That's cool. I never noticed that before. Can't do shit all with that either. Oh, yikes. A daughter was born to my daughter, who's 15? And Hastine Thibaultson. Who the hell is that? Oh, it's like, oh, right, so this is the childhood event whereby they become, like, child lovers or something. They get that infatuation. Fine. Okay, that's not too bad. I thought that was, like, some creepy shit going on in the background here. Wow, that's weird. So she's 0, and she's, like, our great-granddaughter. Not great-granddaughter, sorry, niece. Sure, whatever. I mean, we don't really care. We're obviously not going to legitimize her or anything either. Oh, God. Do we want to join the Pope in a crusade for Auirus? I mean, the last crusade clearly did us some good stuff, but, I mean, this one is connected by the sea. If we try and get Auirus, we're not going to be able to keep it. Also, we don't really like the Pope, or at least, I mean, we don't like the Pope, but he apparently likes us to some extent, given that we are obviously a gluttonous, proud, cruel, arbitrary, etc., etc., excommunicated, probably one of the biggest ones there. I think we'll consider it, but I might not dive into it. I mean, we get a mountain of gold out of it. We could pick a beneficiary and actually put our dynasty somewhere else in the world, couldn't we? You know, that could be kind of interesting. Fuck it, let's do it. Join. I'm in. So, recipient. I'll let the Pope decide. Absolutely not. He's deciding this random woman. My beneficiary will get the titles. We're going to choose... What do you think? Our sister or our brother? I mean, our brother's not standing to get any land right now. Is he? He could be our heir. No, he's not. Colossus II is our heir. So this is our youngest brother. Fine. We could do that. I've actually got no problem at all. Fuck it. Yeah, okay, we'll do that then. And then we'll also get the gold, the artifacts, the prestige, whatever else. He's decided to unexcommunicate us because we joined the Crusade. Does make a lot of sense in hindsight. I'm not going to bother pledging to it because we're only doing it to try and get the artifacts, the gold, whatever else. Why don't we get our men into position then? Why don't we get everybody into position as soon as we can to do a lot of damage like we did last time? Because that obviously worked out pretty goddamn well. Right, bring these guys over. Maybe we should even hire some holy orders? No, not really necessary. Mercenaries, maybe? To be fair, they are kind of just as expensive. And that way we'd be able to save on the upfront cost as well. Maybe I will do that. 27 gold per month. We've got 86. We can hire these guys and keep enough money to spare too. And they come with their own boats. Sure, alright. That gives us 12,000 men. We could just get those guys stood there, basically ready for the Crusade. Well, we have to obviously offer to join the war, so we can't do that if we've got troops in their holdings, as far as I remember. But we could just have them on the boats right outside and then drop them when we're a day away or something like that. This could be good. We might be able to scum this up again. Real question is, before we kick things off... Oh, is he already in the Satanist Society? He's wearing a hood. And he's not, but we could try and recruit him. In that case, send him all the gold in the world. Oh, he already likes us a lot. Okay, we don't have to worry about much else then. Shall we just try and recruit him? I'm thinking we could form another Satanic kingdom here if we recruit our brother Centaur for Satan and then put him on his own kingdom. This could be a really good way of once again using the Catholic Church to our satanic advantage. Fuck it, let's do it. My brother, I would like to recruit you for the name of Satan. You will attempt to find out whether Satan lusts for power. Centaur lusts for the power of the occult. He's cruel. He's gluttonous. He's deceitful. I think he's got a lot going for him. He's not particularly talented either. So I guess he needs all the help he can get. Come on, join me, and I shall give you everything you could ever need. Oh. On Helikonos architecture, is that the Greek version of how to build a well? I mean, that sucks a lot. Oh, fuck you, okay, whatever. Maybe we could demonically possess him instead and take control of him that way. I mean, that's at least something. Where is that book that we've just written then? On Helikonos architecture. I must be blind, because I can't see it. Oh, for fuck. Okay, it was the one I had equipped. It's build cost minus 10%. I mean, I guess it's okay. I'll quickly go through the other books and see if we don't want to equip any of these other ones, because that's not too terrible. Stewardship learning, obviously, both quite good. Allows us to hold 7 titles, gives us all that stuff. Damage against religious enemies, going to be pretty good, because we're just about to go into a damn crusade, which last time I checked, damage against religious enemies, probably pretty good there. We could get rid of the learning +2 from the classic of poetry. That's probably not doing a huge amount for us right now. You know what? I'm absolutely going to do that. Right, goodbye, classic of poetry. I'd rather save thousands of gold instead. I think that's a fair trade. Okay, so we can't build quite our aqueduct yet, can we? That doesn't affect that, I would assume. Yeah, because it's great work modifier. Okay, just a little bit more. How long until the crusade kicks off? 570 days. Let's just take it easy for a little bit. Let's see if we could... Diary of Alexandria died of something. Oh, he's got bounty on his head, right. We'll wait, see if we can get this thing kicked off. If not, we'll obviously save the money to maybe hire some more mercenaries for the crusade. Oh, shit. Okay, or we'll just die. That might happen as well. So, someone just tainted touch us. Wouldn't that be a cruel twist of fate, given that we got the title by doing exactly that? Food poisoning. Not too bad. Not too bad. And we've got mild illness too. Yeah, we should be fine from that. Get married. That's something to do in our spare time. Oh my god, I forgot how good she was. Yeah, Prodigy. Cool. She's also just a great character. Let's send her a gift. Let's send her a gift and win her over as a nice little wedding gift there. Life is in your hands. Really unnecessary. Thank you. It's just a case of shitting everywhere violently in all directions. Okay. Guillemette de Alsace, which is definitely not how that's pronounced, but it sounds funnier. How do we diddle her with the demon baby then? How do we do a bit of a demon diddle baby diddle babel? 20 to edit that out now. I feel like those words came out in the wrong order, and that's bad. We can't do anything until she's part of Lucifer's own, so we have to recruit to Lucifer's own. Can't do that because she is not a sinner. How do we corrupt her? That's the real question. Do you want a possession private conversation? Might be able to give her a diddle if we take her into a private room somewhere. Try to seduce her. Seems like a good idea. She's got 100 opinion. She's our wife. Think it's not unreasonable. Nice. Nailed it. That's cool. That's good. That's a good start. Besides that, I'm not really sure what else I can do. Wait, we can usurp. Okay, thank you. We've got our 13,000 men, including the Holy Order, obviously, on the boats. What are we good at again? We're a desert expert. I mean, desert's probably not going to be too relevant. Astoria is northern, like, quite central northern Spain, isn't it? So desert expert, probably not too relevant here. Let's get you on board, and let's get you on board. What are we looking at here? Battlefield terrain master, defender. Okay, I'm just making sure they're not, like, flankers or anything like that. To be fair, we've got flank away the dragon. That's not too bad. Yeah, actually, flanker plus Way of the Dragon is probably better than that guy on that side. All right, there we are. 29, 25, 26. I think that's a pretty decent army composition. 13,000 men. Let's sit right outside Asturias, and then this war's going to kick off. Might be a little bit early to start doing this, to be honest. It's going to cut into our profits quite a lot. Another year. Right, we're going to sit for a year on some boats and starve to death. Didn't really think that one through in hindsight. Stop shitting violently in every direction. That's pretty good. Treasury guard. You could say that's pretty good, huh? It's probably all right. 26. Okay, so 26, 24. We've lost a little bit of martial. Magical corruption. Oh, is that what? Wait, magical corruption? What the hell did I do that was magical that corrupt? Oh, probably the tainted touch, right? That's going to fade away, I think, before we declare war. Oh, it's going to be very close, but we are going to get those couple of extra martial bonuses there. You want us to corrupt this guy? We might as well keep doing it just to get the bonuses and whatever else. Can we pull this off? Turn his guilty pleasures into vices, or he's not quite as virtuous as he pretends to be. So that one you do if they've got a lot of vices. That one you do if they've got any sins. Let's go for it. Let's see if that works in our favor. Just try and... I'm only doing this just to get the dark power, because we do need to start stacking some here. Use my knowledge of the Bible to convince him. Hey, good work. Oh, another Songs of Anguish with our rival Rainier. Invite him over for some fun. Are we actually going to pull it off this time? Oh my god, we're possessed. Oh my god, we're possessed. We get the trait poet as well. That is fantastic. Oh my god, I thought he was done screaming. He was carrying on. That's cool. Possessed is quite... You got to remember, Minotaur was... Wait, was it Minotaur? Yeah, Minotaur was possessed. She had the power of Jesus coursing through our veins. We're possessed, but we're not exactly the world's greatest Christian. So this is going to end very interesting. We could potentially get higher martial than Minotaur, which is a big, big feat, given that a lot of this stuff we're getting bonuses from base game content. So this is going to be pretty impressive, I think. Oh, that was a lot of gold. Hey, you know what that means? It's time, round 2. Should we build another aqueduct? I mean, building aqueducts down the Nile makes sense. Is the Nile... I was going to ask, is the Nile saltwater, but in hindsight, seems like a stupid question. Alright, let's put that, not there, preferably. Guess we'll put it as close to the capital as possible, because I assume we'll be defending that area as most as possible. Right. Aqueducts bringing water from outside of the source to towns and cities, blah, 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 blah. Benefit one's health. That's the important thing. Oh, God, the monthly cost of this is going to start stacking quite high if we're not careful. But to be fair, to say that we've got a lot of our boats raised and holy orders, and we're building, well, we're currently working on 3 different wonders. We're not doing too bad. We're not doing too bad in terms of monthly balance. Hey, there we go. Satan will surely bless me. We've corrupted that priest and just got a little bit more dark power. I don't think we can actually get any more missions, can we, if we are the head of the society? Doesn't make a huge amount of sense, but that's okay. Right, so... Well, how are we going to do this? Obviously, the trying to turn this guy to Satan didn't work. We can't ever do that again, can we? Somebody approached by Lucifer's before, we can't. So I guess the only thing left to do would be to possess him. That way, at least we basically got sort of shadow control over Auirus when we actually set that plan into motion. So let's try and corrupt him instead, and pray that it works, and pray that we get ourselves a mindless servant, and then we can basically do what we like with that. Come on. Oh, but can we offer him vassalization at that stage? Maybe, and I assume he would accept. We need a land border or something like that, wouldn't we? But it might work. Okay, this could be funny. We could just, like, I mean, it wouldn't work too well because we lose it after, unless we somehow get a border all the way to Spain. I don't really plan on forming Rome this series. Come on, possess him. It would just be good to have him, you know, call him into war. Oh, God. Okay, he went nuts from it. That's unfortunate. So we've sort of lost all of our... I suppose we could just change our recipient and try it. Or better yet, who are our options? We've got him or Harpy. So pick Harpy, and then why don't we try corrupting her instead then? Recruit her for Satan. Send her a gift. Make sure she likes this. She does, but I mean, just thought we might as well make sure. How long have we got? We've got 170 days to try and put a decent... Fuck! Come on. Okay, I guess we'll try and demonically possess you then. At least being able to control her is still a slight bonus, I guess. Got scurvy, probably because we've been sat on a boat the best part of the year. Nice, there we go. The ritual was a resounding success. Harpy seems to have taken quite a liking to me, and now is far more amenable to my suggestions. Make her the queen of... Where has this babby come from? Excuse me, could you marry, preferably? Saying that we want to get matrilineal, because she's got that bloodline that we might potentially want to get again. Who do we want to marry you off to, then? I think we could go for someone of some, at least, prestige, but, I mean, we could just go for breeding stock, seeing as they are still going to be members of our dynasty. What about, like, a powerful, prodigy, nothing, genius, maybe? Genius. There are a couple of geniuses. This 9-year-old boy would do it. Perfect, you weird woman. We went to France to try and lose our illness. Chances are going to France will gain a lot more, but hey, it's probably worth a shot to try and get rid of... Could have just taken us off the army in hindsight. That was a bit dumb. We lost our stone quarry in Modern Vasia. To be honest, I forgot we hadn't in the first place. Alright, let's just stop leading troops temporarily instead. That makes so much more fucking sense. Good God. Oh, wait, dark healing. Wait, can that remove... Can that remove scurvy? I guess we could just stop being on a boat for a little while. That should solve the problem. Lumet is pregnant. Okay, that's good. We don't have any kids yet, so getting a son would be fairly nice if you don't mind. I assume when we formalize the faith, we can't become under suspicion anymore, right? Otherwise, that would be kind of a bit backwards. 42 days. Come on, lose scurvy with the next... There we go. Thank you very much. And we should also have lost our magical corruption, right? Oh, no, wait. It's going to fade. Like 3 more months, but we're still obviously going to lead our troops, despite the fact that we've got a minor martial malice there. We need to be ready to go. So how long does it take? Let's do some math here to get between our boats. Oh, you can't tell because we're leaving boats. Fuck it. I was going to say between our boats and Asturias, but we'll just start moving when there's only a few days left. That way, we're going to be the first people there, launched, ready to go. Okay, here we go. Right, 2 days left. Start moving the armies. Put us back in command. All right, I forbid us from being in command, didn't I? Right, put us back. Get the other guy who was this guy on that flank. Get us on the left flank. We're good. Stop. Join the war. Oh, wait. Stop. There's fault. We're already in. We've just been called in for once. I don't know why that didn't happen last war as well. Okay. Oh, we should have gone for his capital. I'm going for the war goal rather than his capital. I should have gone for the capital first. No reason why we can't do both in hindsight, because we are the closest to their land. A lot of our vassals have joined, though, which means we're going to have a slightly diminished troop count. Okay, drop them all in Sanusi. We'll just raise our armies and have them all run over there. Fuck it. And then we can do an absolute shitload of damage pretty early on here. Should have gone for his capital just in case we did end up getting him prisoner, because that way we get a fair amount of war score, I think. Hey, there we are. With sword in hand, I'm ready to storm the walls of Asturias de Oviedo, but of course we have a secret secondary goal here. If we win against Trade Crusader, perfect sense. If we win, a demonically possessed woman under control of the leader of the Satanist Society is going to be made Crusader Queen. This is a hell of a plan. The Pope will never see it coming. Alright, 2% already. That's a okay start, I guess. We'll just go and siege down the top levels, I guess, towards his capital. I'm still kind of in 2 months just to go straight for his capital in hindsight. I don't know the best way to do it. It's not like Jerusalem, whereby you go and siege down Jerusalem, basically it. Oh. Group of Crusaders have beheaded several locals for no other reason than for them being Catholic. Wait, what? A group of Crusaders have beheaded several locals for no other reason than them being Catholic. I mean, does that not seem backwards? We are Catholic? God will never approve. Sadly, some examples must be made. Yes, no, I'm actually down for beheading Catholics, although if we do that, we might not be able to formalize the religion. As much as it makes sense thematically, might also break us mechanically, so I'm not going to do it. Alright, let's head down to his capital and do some damage. Is he leading troops? Leading troops somewhere? Leading troops by his capital. Fuck it, let's roll. Let's see. I should have planned this out a little bit better in hindsight, my bad. But we should be fine either way. I think we're here with the most troops. Got 85%, only 3,000 points so far, so it's not fantastic. Kill off some troops on the way down there. Oh, this is good. This is a nice amount of troops. 12,000 men. Don't move them. I want to kill them myself. That's a lot of troops. This is going to be a hell of a battle if we actually manage to get there in time before they move their men. 18,000 versus us. Ooh, this is risky. What's the Aztec Emperor's marshal? 8. And he's leading the armies. Yeah, you know what? This is not such a big risk. We are taking a river crossing, though, so bear that in mind. Oh, wow. They had no morale? What did they do? They just raised some troops? They've raised a mercenary band, you fools. Right as we landed. Oh, this is in the bag. Look, they've got no commanders. Holy shit, we're going to smash this. This is going to give us so much war score. This is... Oh, there we are. Oh, we had a daughter called Nictamine Papia. Chimera's pretty good. I'll take that. That's fine. I mean, you're pretty bad. Sickly. I don't want to waste an education on her if she's going to die. Although, surely that's the best time to try it, because she's going to die, so we gain the education back. Siege capital, 23%. Pretty what we're after too much. Oh, God, I'm really struggling to gain points here. We're way ahead, but it's going to be close. 23%. Yeah, there's still so much war score. I'm trying to do the math off the top of my head. We've got 32,000 points. How much war score have we contributed? Probably not very much. It's a shame you can't tell, because then I'll be able to actually work that out. Never mind. Attempt to save her. I mean, if you want, don't worry about it too much, but we do need an heir, preferably. I would like the heir to be our kid as well. Alright. Wait, she'll inherit that. Wait, will she inherit that? Because it's matrilineal... No, she doesn't get it. Oh, God. Oh... there might be a slight bug with that one, huh? A slight bug with that. So that very hilarious Bloodline-based mishap, I think we're good. Chimera should be baptized as soon as possible so that a place in heaven can be shown. I wonder why the game was running pretty slow as well. Turns out it just made, 400,000 Bloodlines as it would. She will have a very special baptism. Actually, the actual number was 750,000 Bloodlines, so it was a little ridiculous. Before I proceed with the initiation rites, I should select a proper godparent from the ranks of our order. My good friend DeMarcus, he seems pretty corrupt. What about with a name like fucking Norbert? How could I not? Norbert, you shall be baptized. And then, the cool thing is, right, if you're baptized by the Satanists, she would make for a good, if we ended up playing as this character, because I did say that, obviously, with the whole religious succession thing, we want to make sure we've got as many people as possible on board. We might have to have several generations, like what we were planning on doing with the Hellenic thing, but obviously I fired it earlier, because it was just becoming a pain in the ass. We could actually do it with this. Now, not only that, she's baptized by a Satanist, which is obviously the best start. Baptized by us specifically. Now, we could play as this character and have her impregnate herself with the unholy demon. And we could be the one setting the foundations. She could be the one to formalize the faith, and then we could play as the demonic character Generation 3 to bring about the chaos. That could be a really good plan. There's plenty of people there for us to kill. Speaking of which, let's go for it. This could give us a decent amount of war score, I think. That was a lot of men. Well, luckily they've got shitty commanders and we've got great commanders, but that was a little bit risky. What have we got a choice of? We've got a choice of Joining in the fun festivities, giving us diplomacy and losing stress. That'd be pretty great. 50% chance of losing pride. I think we'd join in on the festivities, given, you know, what our character's like. Befitting of a true Christian, inverted commas. Yeah, let's do that then. We gained something. I swear our traits just changed. I don't know what the hell it was. Obviously, it wasn't losing stress. Oh, wow, we're actually doing it. My God, I'm genuinely blown away by the fact that we won that. Considering the difficulty, considering the actual troop numbers, just goes to show morale is a real killer, especially when you've got troops like this as well, like commanders like this, that we are, wow, nice work. We're actually doing insanely well. I think we've really got this in the bag, or not, or we want to die. Actually, I've changed my mind. 47% of the Battle War score is just from us, 102%, fuck me. Okay, yeah, we've got, literally no one can beat us now. If we've got a 65% war score and we've got over 50% of the war score personally, or as close as damn it, they can't beat us. It would require someone to get, I mean, 48%, which is impossible, bearing in mind all these other numbers. Unless, I guess, Hungifu of Northumbria could do it. No, because we've got 65% war score. No, it is impossible. We're fine. We're fine. We're good. Don't worry about it. It would have to be 65 minus his current score, which still doesn't equate to what we've got, so we're good. I've heard about a wise man in a local area. Oh. I decided to go and visit him and see what he has to offer. He starts talking about ethereal concepts that sound like blasphemy, but I tell my men outside to go outside so I can hear what he has to offer. Sounds like he's right. I can't argue with this. Blasphemers must die, but libraries contain knowledge. Maybe Sunny has more to offer me. Oh, we can become Sunny, or we just gain their knowledge. That seems a bit more up our alley. 28. Oh, is that going to take us up to 31 learning? Holy shit, look at this guy. Another unstoppable man. I like it. I like another unstoppable character. Yeah, I think I'll take that. Tell how we just lost 50% of the war score. We've lost Rome. Credit to the Aztecs. That's pretty clever. That's pretty good, huh? Right, well, luckily we've been maneuvering an army around, so we could very quickly get our boats over to. I'm just gonna drop in the middle of the Gulf of Asturias there. Not really ideal, but we don't need that many men anyway. We're gonna go and take back Rome. We're gonna go and take back Rome. That way, if we weren't excommunicated before, we definitely goddamn will be now. The Pope will be joining our order at the rate we're going. Maybe we could try and corrupt the Pope. That could be pretty interesting. Thank you. We'll accept your offer. This guy wants to join us. Spend some time in my camp, and we're going to become friends with him. Honestly, why not? Absolutely, why not? And how many people have they got Rome under siege by? 16,000. Ooh, okay. Even with 15,000, that's a little bit of a risk. But to be fair, as long as we've got our incredibly good commanders, I think it'd be very difficult for us to lose that. So we'll let's make sure this army is just sieging casual crap. So obviously not leaving them in this province much longer. We'll deal with that one. Siege a trade post, and we'll just go and move them over into a random province like this one. Actually, is there one that will take us a while? Not really. We go for Lisbon, but that's not particularly good either. Fuck it, we'll go for there. Then we'll move all of our good commanders onto this one and just send this smaller stack, even though it's only 15,000 men or whatever. Oh, apparently 24,000 men all of a sudden. That's fine. That's way more than what we need. So let's get all of these guys, and look at these commanders. This is unreal. This is absolutely unreal. Right, move up to Rome, and let's kill them all. We'll go land in, obviously, the province next door, rather than boat bombing 16,000 men. Not really advised. Right, drop them there. Oh, you're running away? You're running away? Not for long. Caravan Raiders. Gain arbitrary, which I think we've already got. We gain 631 gold. We lose some trade value for the next. Is the trade route gonna bring in 600 gold over the next 15 years? I could crunch the numbers. Not gonna bother. I'm just gonna say, give me that gold, boy, because that means we could try and work on the aqueduct sooner. Gold is more valuable to us now rather than later, because it takes years and years and years to build wonders, as we found out. Okay, that's good. Let's take back Rome. That should be the end of things. Rome is liberated, and that was actually all there was to it. Nice. And the Crusade. And the Crusade. How much war score did we get out of that? Oh, only 40% of the entire Crusade was down to us. Down to Mr. Basilius, Colossus, the Scholar, and Secret Satanist. Oh. And now my possessed demonic sister that happens to be fully in control of us is the Queen. How convenient. How convenient, I must say. Very good. Nice one. And we've also weakened the Aztecs fairly significantly, which is obviously quite nice because they are our direct neighbours there in Northern Africa. Well, praise God. Cackles in Satanic. Oh, and we also got, fuck me, the aqueducts we can build now. No way. Okay, hang on. This is suddenly, well, I mean, we've just rinsed the Pope. If he knew what he hath done, holy shit. We might only be able to build 2, but hey, that's a lot more. This is going to be so much health. What the hell have we done? 21,000 prestige. We can forge another bloodline in that case, right? Can't say ambition. We cares about fertility. Oh, we can't? Well, I thought it was 20,000 prestige if we already had a forged bloodline. I don't remember. It doesn't matter too much. We'll sort that out at some other point. Might be some other reason doing it. I'm not entirely sure. I'm just going to drop these troops wherever because I don't care. I'm a very good bad boy. Crusader Queen. After a long fought battle for the Crusader Astorius, it's finally been restored to the faith. Harpy Papia has stepped up to the throne as the beneficiary of that word. Becoming queen of the Crusader state. Surely it'd be hard to continue fighting at the fringe of Christendom, but everyone can agree that she is the right person for the task. We can go and play as her, or I'm just going to say I wish her luck. Good luck. Honestly, we'll do what we can. Can we even... I think we could just potentially say, form an alliance with her. That could work. I mean, she has to say yes, because she has no choice. It's kind of cool, isn't it? We could just offer a vassalization as well. She has to say yes. Why not? Because that way no one's going to attack her. We're guaranteeing that Crusader state is going to thrive. They can declare war of their own volition. You know, these other guys nearby. She could declare war if there are any weak sort of Aztec rulers kicking around, whatever else. That's pretty cool. We can also usurp the title of Leon from this guy, which I'm not going to do. But actually, no, let's do that. Let's do that and give it to her. That's a good idea. So the one bit of power the Pope got from that, we've just stripped from him. We have really taken the Catholic Church for a ride this episode, huh? With the demons and the money and the prestige and the gold and the Queen Crusader demon is what I was getting at there. Crazy. This is so good. This is so good. Look at that. Immediately. This is what I'm talking about. She's immediately now declared Crusader Astorius Castilian vassalization war on this woman here. The best part is, I mean, no one can declare an offensive war against her. That's a cool helmet. Without going through us, because we're her liege. This was a good play. This is one of my best top-tier big brain plays I've ever done in CK2 ever. No cramps. You can't kill me. Have you seen the amount of aqueducts I've got? Obviously, none of them have been built yet. Dysentery. Dysentery's fine. We'll survive that. I mean, bear in mind, if it's looking pretty severe, could eat our daughter, or if it's getting really severe, we could demonically heal ourselves. So just be very cautious about how we want to deal with this food poisoning. Okay, let's think about this. We've got food poisoning, which is -3. We've got mild illness. Let's see how he treats it before I really go, oh, fuck. Okay, so now we are in real shit's creek without a paddle. -3 health. -3 health from that is -6 overall. Plus another -7. Plus stress takes us down to -8. It's equivalent of having the plague. Actually, it's worse than the plague, because plague is -7. I'm sure we've also got some other shit kicking around here as well. Actually, we've lost our magical corruption, which is quite nice. We've got +1 from that, though, so actually we're just back to regular plague levels. We've got no bonuses from health bonuses like strong or anything like that, or brawny. We got anything from our artifacts? Health. From what I can see, no. No, I don't think we've actually got any health bonuses, because I think it's next to fertility normally. Oh, shit, this is bad. -7 health, then. Assuming we start with 5, which is your average CK2 amount of health, we're at -2. We are almost certainly guaranteed dead from this. So, we've got a choice, then. We dark heal. I think we have to do that. But we have to wait a second to actually for that to go through. I think we have to eat our kid, because that's instantaneous. I know I did want to do that whole plan with the demon child and a few bloodlines, whatever, but we can still potentially do that with our current wife if we can get her into Lucifer's zone, so it's not such a bad thing. We just have to wait for her to be a sinner first. I'm going to do it because I don't want to die. Come on, there's a chance of gaining 1, 2, or 3 health. Give us that 3 health, come on. Yes, okay. We might just be able to survive this. I am not done with Colossus the Hammer, especially when we don't have a successor ready to join Lucifer's zone yet. Come on. Come on, that's got to be enough. Make me live. And we've lost food poisoning. Thank you. Okay, that was worth the gamble. I know that we didn't have to necessarily do both, but just in case the Lucifer healing didn't work, I thought it was the best play there. Okay, that's fine. You are not dying, Colossus. I'm not letting you fall so quickly. Let's corrupt another province. Let's corrupt Alexandria is now also corrupted. That's already cool that it's just like instantaneous. We'll do it whenever the hell you want. That's good. I like it. Maybe a little bit OP. There could be a little bit of a cooldown on it, maybe a year or whatever, but it's so much better than the base game CK2. Oh, click on this province, or is it corrupted? Such a bad system. I also thought, why don't we spend some of that cash on trying to find an artifact? And luckily for us, look at this. Rumor of rare artifact. That's cool. So we can send this guy after it, Tamar. Why are you my Magistros? Oh, because we've got no one better. Okay, fair enough. Obviously, I'm not going to send him when we've got chancellors with like 31 Marshal here. So I'm going to say, you have my thanks, Tamar. And I'm going to send this guy after it instead. Now, that was a rare artifact, so we get something half decent out of this. You, my friend, let's go search for this artifact, see what we can dig up. I'm so happy. That Crusade could not have gone any better, huh? That's like one of the best scenarios I've ever seen. And we're about to get a kid to replace the one we just ate. Perfect. And a son. Okay. A prolific son. Okay, that's better than nothing. Not too bad. I ideally want to get a daughter for next generation just because... Oh, Colossus. It's a good name. It's a good, strong name. Literally. I do want to get a daughter for next generation, though, so that we can do the whole demon thing. But, again, we might be able to do it when and if our wife becomes a sinner. There's no corrupt wife button. I need a corrupt, private conversation. We might be able to do something with that. Special baptism for my son. He makes a compelling... Oh, Jasper. Sorry. I mean, this is twice now I've gone over Demarcus Antonio, but Demarcus in hindsight, I think is probably his title. Marquis, probably being his title after all. Jasper. Jasper is a funny name. Jasper Norbert. You've got to admit, there's a ring to it. What a priceless sight. Wife, Techmod passionately. What would that do? Royal apartments prove a hideaway for lovers like you. I want to... Yeah, but I want to give a lustful. Is there a chance we can give a lustful for this? There's a chance it'll remove our stress, which is pretty good. Fuck it. I mean, actually do that. That's a shame. Okay. Try to intimidate her. I mean, that won't help. What sin is associated with being intimidated? We can make her wrathful, perhaps. There's got to be a way we can do something here. I'm just trying to think of any game mechanic that could potentially... Carousing. Carousing would do it. How are we doing with scholarship, by the way? I feel like that hit a dead end and nothing happened. Probably because we've been at war, right? And then it doesn't interrupt you if you're at war. You count as busy. Okay, let's wait for that to finish. And then, charitable? Fuck that. Courtly love? Pa? I remember those two. They came here last year. That's fine. We want to finish that one first. And then we'll go for the carousing, seduction, maybe go for... Oh, we've already seduced her. I guess we'll go for carousing then and try and turn her into a drunkard. That's at least something. And we're getting an awful lot here. Do you think there might be... some foul play going on? Oh, it's just a rash from our time in the royal apartments, I assume. What is the Hydentor Carnuntum? Also known as Pagans Gate is the ruin of the triumphal archer of the Roman Empire. Oh, right, this one. Okay, that's cool. Why do we have this? We just picked it up from... We randomly have the province of Traungau in Austria for reasons. I don't know why, but we can restore it, which is kind of cool. For what reason? Why are we allowed to restore it? Maybe just because we can, I would assume. Fine. Rebuild it. That's a cool little thing. I hate the way that it always goes up there whenever you restore it. It doesn't make any sense. That's cool. That's a really nice little extra artifact. I was going to take a look at some of our other ones and see, you know, whether we want to spend some... we want to spend a bit more money on the lighthouse or something like that. To be honest, there's much else we want with the... We do have to get Hippocourts and heat pipes, don't we? Disease resistance technically kind of keeps us alive a little bit. It's not really a huge amount more I want here. Siege defense can be used to rescue prisoners. Dynasty opinion, probably the best thing we can go for, to be honest. Then we've got the Great Pyramid of Khufu, which we can't do anything with. We could loot it and just burn it down. Sacred Monastery of Mount Sinai. Right, this one we can definitely do something with. Temple Vassal opinion +5, pretty good. Monthly piety, not too bad. City Vassal opinion, not too bad either. Why can't we build the bells, Esmeralda? We need... Oh, right, we need bells and then we make them golden. That makes sense. Cruel opinion +10 seems appropriate given, you know, what we're planning with things, really. You know, I'm going to build a torch chamber in the Sacred Monastery of Mount Sinai. If we didn't have a special place in hell before, I think we probably do now. Thank you all for watching. Today has been a great success. I don't remember the last time we had a success so great in Crusader Kings ever. That was a hell of a play. 21 prestige richer, many new aqueducts were built. What have the Romans ever done for us? Drained the life out of our very people and funneled it all into glorious Colossus the Hammer. Also, we became known as the Hammer. Thank you all for watching, and thank you as well goes out to the insane top tier level patrons, the people who've gone above and beyond to allow the channel to exist on YouTube in 2019, because YouTube don't like allowing YouTube channels to exist in 2019 because that's bad for business. Thank you. It's almost like killing your daughter and draining her life force because you get a dirty... Why? What's wrong with you? What's wrong? Yeah, because... Well, we got a dirty disease, and I had to. We were shitting ourselves to death, so I had to. Yeah, we got food poisoning and a really bad treatment, so I had to kill our daughter and eat her because the guy fucked up the treatment as well. So it was -6 health overall. Yeah, so I killed and ate my daughter so that I didn't die.
That's almost like YouTube demonetizing channels.
No, I'm saying that's probably why YouTube are demonetizing channels. Because I killed and ate my infant daughter because I was shitting everywhere. I mean, I think that makes a lot of sense, really. They're probably not a big fan of that up in YouTube HQ.
I mean, you're probably not wrong. I'm just...
Can I do my outro now?
I'm sorry. You go, girl.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you to Addon W, Alchemia, Anthony Gawley, Sinikirito, Atmos, Average Gamer 419, Bacon Kitten, Ben Hofflin, Chesty, Crosis, Donald, Doolin of Gonlin, Fukuna Vasquez, Ghost of Protocol, Gogol Sarik, James Shea, Jimbo, Jonah Waters, Justin Wallace, Caden Carter, Michael Mullen, My Name Isn't Dio, Muskratful, Natbuskers number 1, Necrofin, and Pelvis Presley, Rodin, Richard Clark, Scott, Skaz, Smegma Stain, Somnus, The Forsaken One, T-Bag Cruz, Tom Terry 18, Tyler Kendall, Vacuous Bacchus, Tyler McClam, Void Prince Kibo, William Green, and Zazzy7011 for the support of the Insane Lovers on Patreon. I don't remember what else I said, because that seems like a lifetime ago now. Thank you as well to Uwu Daddy, Asro, Adam Person, Andrew Walsh, Andrew Wilson, Anchor, Attila, Austin Taylor, Baldoon, Ben Troke, Buen Gunn, Bettimus Max, Better Valerian, Black Double H, Chris, Corgi Circus, Corey CA, David Van Diepen, Don, Connie217, Emerald Beam, Exploding Knees, Gaz, Genji Zerka, Gothamo, Grey, Hashi Damar, Icarus, Icy the Great, Ida C, Jackson P, Jay Lara, Jacob Wolfie, James Barnes, Jason Sushu, Jose, Jeebus Crust, Euron DeVries, Jordan Campbell, Joseph Beer, Justin Plot, Justin Walters, Luana Thomas, Luke Wallace, Mastolp, Monty, Mostly Sampson, Nathan Flores, Nathaniel Limburg, Norstrus, Nick, Noah Gallimore, Organised Confusion, Pan Samu, Pantherpearl, Payback 1 through 7, Peyton Denisar, Russian Oligarch, Billionaire, Ryan Hooper, Sagataire, Sam Kears, Shari, Smirtworm, Smooth Octopus, Socrates, Super Nanny 089, The Insane Pickle, The One Ring, Voluntary Varagon, Voodoo Mumbo, Will Wade, Wilson Atef, Wolfie, Yellow 4, Yorkus, Zach, and Zico2. I'm starting to understand why a lot of YouTubers don't do this. But you know what? They're cowards. I'm calling them out. They're all cowards. Feel free to leave comments on other YouTubers' videos calling them a coward on my behalf.
Don't do that.
Thank you.
Don't do that.
Goodbye. Without a shadow of a doubt, this is the worst thing I've ever done for a practical joke that has so horribly backfired in any series. This was not worth it. This was... You guys better be laughing your fucking head off at the horse diddler bloodline. Because... Oh, yeah, I suppose you haven't even seen that bit either. But... I mean, it's gonna take a little while to fix. Bear with me.